Here we are still on day one of our mission trip. Right now, the Ebenezer mission team will be meeting with the mayor of Rio De Janeiro, as well as the secretary of women policy. Come join me and let's see what's going on. So, Ebenezer Baptist Church, as you know, for the past about 138 years, we have been doing the work of putting our faith in the streets. As you know, this is the church of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., as well as his father, Martin Luther King Sr. But even before Dr. King, his grandfather, the late Alfred Daniel Williams, was leading marches, leading demonstrations, leading a movement in the South in the early 1900s into the 1920s. He's our church archivist. He'll keep me right on that. In the South, you know, Black folks in the South, a lot of turmoil was going on during that time. We were lynched for small crimes. Ebenezer thought that was wrong, right? Today, we do something called ending mass incarceration. We don't do that alone, but we do it through the interfaith community. So yes, we've been doing this work of making the crooked road straight and the rough place smooth for about 138 years, but we recognize we cannot do it alone. So it takes Christians, it takes Jews, it takes the Muslims, it takes anyone who wants to set the captive free. So we do this work through our interfaith initiative, and we don't discriminate. And another interesting thing about Ebenezer Baptist Church, a part of our work of growing and, as I like to say, moving the needle on the record, trying to progress, moving forward, we are also trying to help unlearn and rethink what humanity looks like, right? We have a lot of same gender loving people in America, of which for years we've always cast them to the side. No different how Black folks and women were cast to the side and marginalized. We're trying to help our faith community and others understand that we are all one in this together. So in our mission on building community, our goal is not to ostracize anyone. There's a seat at the table for everybody. And we're doing all this in our faith, which is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of the things not yet seen. Our faith in Jesus Christ, right? And the question that I always ask is, what does our faith mean for the man or the woman with their backs up against the wall? How does our faith affect them? How does our faith turn the page? How does our faith progress us to move forward? And so that's what we're essentially here for, trying to learn, try to develop, and help others move forward. We're just one church, but we're interested in a collective. We're interested in doing this work together in a collaborative manner.
Interesting political moment globally where we saw the world was looking at the United States in 2020 because of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor operating, and we are living in the backlash. We are seeing the retaliation against people who rose up by many different governments. When it comes to, for example, 2023, last year was the most brutal year for police brutality in the United States in decades. And so on one hand, we have, the international community crying out. There is something called the George Floyd mechanism in the United Nations. We helped to organize the Atlanta part of the country visit and those experts to hear from people in the area itself about the impact of police brutality. So we have that, right? Global impact of gold in the United States. And then on the other hand, we are experiencing, I won't say unprecedented, but we are experiencing significant political repression through housing spaces, often by people who wield faith as a weapon.
Weaponized.
And we also are seeing allies that we should have not having the courage to speak up because of the repression that occurs when people are more active and questioning the government's authority to, incarcerate and surveil people indefinitely. So I think one of the things that we are working to do is finding ways for the church to not separate itself from grassroots advocacy efforts. So for the church, so there are people of faith in every sphere of civil society, every governmental agency has someone of faith, right? So that's what makes faith unique, because there are faith people in philanthropy, and there are faith people of faith in the government. There are faith people of faith in the NGOs. They're literally in every facet of society, which means that it's not necessary for us to be independent actors. Okay? It's not important for Ebenezer's to build quite a bit of influence because of our church's history. And it's important for us not to abuse the influence that we have by virtue of the notoriety within our church, but instead it's still always connected to civil society that is already working to help and helpful.
Serving the state of Georgia in the United States Senate, and one of which is our pastor, Senator Raphael Warnock. So again, Ebenezer Baptist Church, urban-based global ministry, dedicated to individual growth and social transformation through living in the message and carrying out the mission of Jesus Christ. We take that to heart and mind on how we worship, how we develop. We praise God on Sunday, but we ask God to give us strength for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday to do the work that God has called us to do. Again, I love saying making the crooked road straight and the rough places smooth, because we're part of that work.